You've been taught that change takes time, that struggle is necessary, that you must earn your break through effort, striving, and years of waiting. But what if I told you that everything you've ever desired is not waiting in the future? It is waiting on your shift within, right now. 1 minute, that's all it takes, not 10 years, not a lifetime, one sacred, focused minute, where your inner world turns from doubt to certainty, from lack to abundance, from waiting to fulfillment. In that 1 minute, if you dare to believe, you can rise above the facts and embrace the unseen truth, that your imagination, when felt as real, is the womb of reality, that your inner world is the architect, and the outer world is only its echo. This is not philosophy, this is not wishful thinking, this is law, a divine principle woven into the fabric of your being, so I invite you to drop the burden of how and step into the now, because in just 1 minute of pure assumption, of unwavering faith, of deep feeling, everything you've ever wanted will begin to move toward you, not because you chased it, but because you became it. Are you ready? Only 1 minute, and everything you've wanted will find you. Topic 1. The power of 1 minute imagination. It takes only a moment, a breath, a flicker of focused awareness, for your entire reality to begin reshaping itself. 1 minute, 60 seconds. That's all the time needed for the creative power within you to awaken and shift the course of your life. And yet, this truth is often overlooked, dismissed as too simple, too effortless, too impossible. The world has taught us that change is slow and that creation demands pain. But the truth has always been within you, waiting for you to become still and know that the minute you assume the end, you begin its fulfillment. Imagination is not a fantasy. It is the original substance of all that you now call real. Everything you see around you, every structure, every invention, every relationship, once existed in the unseen realm of someone's mind, but here is the mystery: that which is imagined with belief becomes inevitable. You need not wait for signs or struggle for progress. All things begin with one thing: assumption, and assumption is not mere thought. It is thought felt, embodied, lived within, even if only for a minute. Most people use their imagination against themselves. They rehearse fears, relive past wounds, and envision worst-case scenarios, and the law does not discriminate. It brings to pass what is most deeply impressed, whether joy or sorrow. But the one who awakens to this law begins to use imagination deliberately. They choose the scene that they desire to live in, and for a moment, a sacred minute, they dwell within that scene with all the vividness of life. They feel it, taste it, hear the sounds, sense the surroundings, and most importantly, they believe it. This act of inner embodiment is not passive daydreaming, it is creative prayer. It is the moment where you, the creator within, dare to accept a new reality as already done. Time bends in that moment, circumstances begin to move, people, opportunities, and resources reorganize themselves. Why? Because your inner state is the blueprint, and the outer world is the mirror, and once that blueprint is changed, the mirror must reflect it. Consider how little time is actually needed to plant a seed. You do not sit in a field for hours digging the same hole. You simply plant the seed and walk away, trusting that the earth knows what to do. The same is true here. That minute of intense, emotional imagining is the seed. It is not how long you imagine, it is how deeply. 1 minute of real, immersive feeling is more powerful than hours of idle repetition. But here's the part many miss. It is not your effort that manifests the dream, but your belief that it is already so. The power is not in forcing reality to change. It is in surrendering to the truth that it already has. The moment you enter the scene inwardly and live there, just for a minute, the universe receives its instructions. There is no begging, no pleading. You do not need to inform the world how to bring it to pass. You simply need to be it in consciousness. This is the minute that moves mountains. This is the minute that rearranges destinies, because in this moment of imagining, you have detached from the facts and declared a higher truth. You have chosen to see not with the eyes of flesh, but with the eyes of spirit, and spirit sees only completion, only fulfillment, only wholeness. The world may say you are mad, unrealistic, delusional, But what the world calls delusion, the wise call faith, and faith is the substance, the very reality of what has not yet appeared. So what does this look like in practice? It is simple. Go into a quiet space. Close your eyes, still the mind, and for 1 minute bring before your mind's eye a scene that implies your desire is already fulfilled. If you long for love, see yourself in the arms of your beloved. If you seek abundance, see yourself joyfully receiving the fruits of that wealth. If you seek healing, see yourself whole and strong, not watching it as a movie, but being in it. Feel it as real, dwell in the mood of the wish fulfilled. Hear the voices, feel the textures, sense the joy. For 1 minute, lose yourself in it completely, and then release it, let it go. Do not try to control the how. You have planted the seed, your job is done. What comes next is none of your concern. You may go about your day as if nothing has happened, or you may begin to notice gentle whispers from the universe that something is moving, unfolding, shifting. But do not doubt. Do not return to the old state. That minute, when done in faith, has already changed the pattern of your life. This is why the minute is so powerful, because it demands no permission from the outer world. You do not need approval, you do not need validation, you simply need awareness. That minute is yours, it belongs to you, and in it you become the potter of your destiny, shaping what shall come to pass with the silent movements of your inner eye. The great illusion is that change comes from the outside in, but the awakened soul knows that all transformation is an inside job. You do not wait for the world to reflect your dreams before you feel them. You feel them now, and then the world catches up. The world is always late. Your feelings are always first. That's why a single minute of deep, intentional imagining is more than enough to spark the chain reaction of manifestation. And do not think you must be perfect to do this. The power is not in your moral standing, your background, or your past mistakes. The power is in the principle. It is universal. It is impartial. It simply responds to who you are being in consciousness. And in that 1 minute, if you are being the person who has already received, then it must be so. So I ask you, can you give 1 minute today to your dream? Can you pause from worry, from doubt, from overthinking, and step boldly into the state of the wish fulfilled? Can you allow yourself to taste the victory, feel the love, hear the celebration, before it arrives? Because the truth is, the minute you do, it has arrived. And everything you've wanted will begin to find you, not because you begged for it, not because you chased it, but because in 1 holy minute you chose to become it. Only 1 minute, and everything you've wanted will find you. Topic 2. Feel it real now. The mind may speak with logic, but it is the feeling that speaks to the power that shapes reality. Thought alone is not enough. Words without emotion are lifeless. The true key to manifesting your desires, the great secret, is not in merely imagining an image, but in feeling it as real. In the realm of creation, it is not what you think that creates, it is what you feel. This is why the moment you feel your desire as fulfilled truly and deeply, even for 1 minute, your reality begins to obey that inner conviction. You were not given the gift of imagination so you could escape the world. You were given it to transform the world. But the imagination must be infused with belief, and belief lives in feeling. This is the language your subconscious understands. The subconscious does not interpret cold words. It responds to conviction. It responds to what you accept emotionally as true. So when you begin to assume your dream is real and feel the joy, the relief, the gratitude as if it were already done, you activate the most potent power in existence. You enter the state of creation. Most people misunderstand faith. They think faith is waiting patiently for something to happen in the future, but true faith is the inner conviction that it has already happened. Faith does not wait, it knows, and this knowing is felt in your body, in your breath, in your being. When you close your eyes and step into the end result of your desire, when you feel the warmth of it, the security of it, the beauty of it, you are no longer wishing. You are experiencing, and that experience, even if only for a minute, makes it real in the only place that matters, your consciousness. Everything begins in consciousness. What you feel within yourself is always seeking to express itself without. This is why one moment of deep, sincere feeling carries more power than 1,000 empty affirmations. You could repeat positive phrases all day, but if your feeling contradicts your words, it is the feeling that will be made manifest. But the instant you align your inner state with the end you desire, the world must follow. This is law. This is how all things come into being. It is not a matter of time. It is a matter of alignment. The minute you feel the end time collapses, you are no longer becoming. You are. This is why the creative act is not about effort. It's about assumption. You do not need to change the world. You need only change how you feel about your place in it. You need only shift your inner state to one of fulfillment, and that shift can happen in an instant. So how do you feel it real? How do you step into that state? You start by stilling the outer world. Turn off the noise, withdraw from the facts, go within into the sacred space of imagination. There, construct a scene that implies your wish is already fulfilled. See it clearly, not as if you're watching it, but as if you're in it. Feel the sensations, hear the sounds, smell the air, make it real, but above all, ask yourself, how would I feel if this were already mine? Let that feeling rise up, let it fill you. Let it be so convincing that for that minute, your body and mind cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. This is not pretending, it is creating, it is claiming, it is stepping into your divine inheritance. You are not asking for it. You are being it. This is the holy act. This is prayer at its highest level, the silent knowing that you already are what you desire to be, and once you feel it real, release it. Do not cling, do not worry, do not look around for evidence. You don't need to dig up the seed to see if it's growing. Trust that what has been planted in faith will bear fruit. Let the feeling linger and then go about your day with peace, knowing that what you have claimed in spirit must soon appear in form. This is trust, this is surrender, not to fate, but to the law that responds faithfully to your assumption. Let your feeling be bold, let it be audacious. If you desire a new home, do not imagine signing papers. Imagine walking through the door, feel the keys in your hand, smell the wood, touch the walls, sit on your own couch. And feel the pride, the joy, the safety. Let the emotion rush through you like water. If it brings tears to your eyes, let them come. That is how you know it is real, because your heart has accepted it before your eyes have seen it. This practice is not just about getting things. It is about becoming. You are not calling something to you. You are becoming the version of yourself who already has it. You are stepping into a higher identity. And as you feel that identity as real, all the circumstances of life rearrange themselves to reflect it. People will show up, doors will open, coincidences will multiply, but these are not miracles, they are reflections. You changed within, and the world had no choice but to change without, and the beautiful truth is, you can do this now. You don't need money, you don't need influence, you don't need permission. You simply need a moment of stillness, a moment of focus, a moment of feeling. 1 minute, that is all. 1 minute of entering the state of the wish fulfilled with full emotion can accomplish more than years of struggle. It bypasses logic. It transcends limitations. It puts you in direct communion with the creative force of the universe. There is no barrier between you and your desire except the feeling that it is not yet yours. The moment you remove that feeling, the moment you replace it with the feeling of completion, you break the chains. You shift timelines, you rewrite the script, and you do it not by force, but by faith-filled feeling. So today, give yourself the gift of that minute. Turn away from the distractions and step into your dream. Not someday, not tomorrow, now. Feel it real, walk in it, breathe in it, celebrate it, and then let it go, knowing that it is already done. Because once you've felt it, even for a single minute, it has been created. The world may not see it yet, but the world is always behind. You are ahead, and what you have felt will find you. Only 1 minute, and everything you've wanted will find you. Topic 3. The present moment is divine. We are conditioned to believe that the future holds the answers. We look ahead, hoping time will fix, fulfill, and deliver what we seek. But the truth is startlingly simple. All power is in the present moment. The future is a projection. The past is a memory. Only now is alive, pulsing, creative. And it is in this moment, this breath, that everything you desire is accessible. The moment you awaken to the holiness of now, you stop chasing and begin receiving. You do not need more time, you need presence. You need to enter the now with intention, to awaken within this moment and bring to it the full weight of your awareness. When you do, you become aligned with the divine pattern of life. The present moment is not just a transition between past and future. It is the eternal space where creation happens. Everything you've wanted, dreamed, and prayed for is already present in the now, waiting to be accepted, not achieved. The illusion of delay is what keeps so many trapped. They say, one day I'll get there, or I'm on my way. But by declaring that your desire is in the future, you continually push it away. The subconscious takes you at your word. If you say, I will be wealthy, then wealth remains a distant event. But when you declare, I am abundant now, and you feel it as true, you activate the law. You plant yourself in the vibration of fulfillment, and from there, all things come forth. Why is the present so powerful? Because it is free of resistance. The future is often filled with doubt, the past with regret, but now, this moment is neutral, open, and infinitely fertile. It is the canvas of creation. It is the only place where change can happen. You can't imagine yesterday into being. You can't feel tomorrow, but you can feel now, and the feelings you choose in this moment are what determine the shape of your reality. When you learn to saturate the present moment with your desired state, you become magnetic, not because you force outcomes, but because you are aligned with them. You walk in confidence, not because you see evidence, but because you know the truth, that once you are the thing in consciousness, the thing must appear in form. The present moment is not a waiting room, it is the delivery room. People waste their power by waiting. They wait for signs, for approval, for some outer proof before they give themselves permission to feel fulfilled. But this is backward. The outer is always late, the inner leads. The world mirrors your state, so if you keep postponing your joy, your peace, your sense of being complete, then life keeps reflecting that postponement. But if you enter the moment, this very moment, with fullness, with gratitude, with conviction that it is already done, then life begins to bend around that certainty. This does not require effort. It requires awareness. You are not trying to create something out of nothing. You are recognizing that all is already created, and your only task is to tune in to match the frequency, and that frequency of love, joy, success, freedom can only be accessed right here, right now. The moment you step into the feeling of already having what you desire, time disappears. There is no waiting, there is only being. You are no longer chasing the dream, you are the dream. Even your breath teaches you this. It does not live in the past, it does not breathe in the future. It is here, always here, and if you can slow down, become still, and anchor yourself in the now, you will begin to feel the subtle energy of creation stirring within you. In this stillness, inspiration comes. In this stillness, intuition speaks. And in this stillness, the truth becomes undeniable. You are already connected to everything you desire. You only need to say yes. Yes to the moment, yes to the feeling, yes to the truth that you are not becoming. You have become. The future is not a place you go. It is a state you bring into the now. When you choose to live as though your desire is already yours, you compress time. You collapse it. You take possession of what was someday and claim it as today. You don't need more hours in a day. You need more intention in your moment. That's the secret. A single moment of deliberate awareness, of feeling the end, of dwelling in the answer, and do what years of effort cannot. Because creation is not about accumulation, it is about alignment, and alignment only happens now. This is why the present moment is divine. It is the gate, the portal, the only access point to the eternal. Everything else is illusion. You can sit for 1 minute and transform your entire vibration. You can close your eyes and feel the reality of your dreams so deeply that when you open them again, the world begins responding to the shift you made internally. Why? Because you didn't wait for change. You became change. Most fail to realize how sacred this moment is. They miss it, distracted by regrets of yesterday or fears of tomorrow. But you, if you are willing, can seize this moment and fill it with power. How? By choosing your feeling. Choose joy. Choose faith. Choose the knowing that it is done. Don't beg. Don't plead. Just step into the feeling of already having it and rest there. even if only for 1 minute. You don't need to know how it will happen. The path is not your concern. The present is your only responsibility, and if you master the present, you master life. Everything you're seeking will begin to chase you, not because you forced it, but because you finally matched it. So what will you do with this moment? Will you waste it in worry, or will you fill it with truth? Will you shrink, or will you rise? The power is in your hands. Not tomorrow, not next year now. All you need is a minute. One pure, sincere minute of total presence and unwavering belief. That's enough to call the unseen into the seen. That's enough to let everything you've ever wanted find its way to you. Because the moment you make the now holy, the now makes you whole. Only 1 minute and everything you've wanted will find you. A topic 4. Stop looking. Start becoming. The greatest secret is this. What you're seeking is seeking you, but it cannot find you until you become the version of yourself who already has it. The life you want is not hidden from you. It is hidden within you, and it is not attracted to your effort. It is attracted to your identity. This is why searching endlessly outside of yourself leaves you exhausted. The moment you stop looking for the thing and start becoming the person who already possesses it, the thing begins to chase you. This shift is subtle, yet radical. Most people live in a constant state of lack, their focus always on what they do not have. They search for love while feeling unworthy of it. They look for wealth while rehearsing poverty in their imagination. They pray for healing while dwelling on sickness. They think they are moving toward their desires, but they are really moving in circles, because their internal state remains unchanged. But the moment you stop pursuing your desire as something out there, and you begin living from it, everything shifts. You must stop chasing, not because desire is wrong, but because you are already it. The real work is not about acquiring something new, but awakening to what has been true about you all along. This is not striving, it is remembering. The riches, the love, the opportunities, they are not found by running faster, working harder, or searching longer. They appear the moment you embody the version of yourself who no longer needs to look. This is the paradox. The moment you stop looking for the thing and start being the version of you who has it, it comes. Why? Because you've aligned, you've become a match to your desire. You are now dwelling in the same frequency, the same vibration. And this universe is not random, it is exact, it mirrors your inner world. So if you are constantly looking, longing, and waiting, then life will keep giving you more to look for, more to long for, more to wait on. But if you assume the position of already being, already having, already living it, then the outer world must conform. This transformation begins in imagination. You must dare to see yourself differently. Close your eyes and ask, who would I be if I already had what I desire? Don't just picture it, feel it. Let it become so real inside you that you forget for a moment the current facts of your life. Let go of your identity as someone who lacks, who hopes, who struggles, and step into the being who simply is. Let your inner conversation change. Let your emotions reflect the end result. Feel the confidence, the joy, the peace. Let it be normal to you, natural, familiar. That's when the shift happens. You're not waiting for your desire. Your desire is waiting for you to stop acting like it's missing. The outer world does not move first. You do. You move in mind, in state, in belief, and when you do, life begins to echo your assumption. The door you were pounding on opens effortlessly, not because you finally forced it, but because you stopped acting like it was closed. Become the person who already has it. If it's love you desire, how would you walk, speak, and carry yourself if you were already loved fully and deeply? If it's wealth, how would you breathe, decide, and act if money were no object? If it's healing, how would you feel, move, and think if you were already whole? These are not mental games. They are spiritual truths. You are not pretending. You are assuming the state that aligns you with what already exists in potential. This is not delusion. It is creation. It is how all things are brought into the scene. You are not faking it until you make it. You are faithfully embodying the truth that all things are yours now. The world is delayed, but consciousness is immediate. And when you dwell in the state long enough, the world catches up. The mirror reflects what you show it. It cannot do otherwise. It takes courage to stop looking, because for so long your identity has been rooted in the search. Who are you without the longing? Who are you without the waiting? You are free, and sometimes freedom is uncomfortable at first, because it means you can no longer blame the delay. It means you must own your power. It means stepping out of the familiar role of becoming and into the holy fire of being. But once you do, once you claim your desire as already yours, not with words but with feeling, you become unstoppable. This is not arrogance. This is spiritual alignment. Arrogance demands proof. Faith simply rests in truth. Faith says, I am what I desire now, and not later, now, and it lets the feeling of that truth settle deep into the bones. When you do this, even for 1 minute, the universe responds, not someday, but now, because the moment you feel it real, the world begins to rearrange itself to match your new identity. This is the mystery of alignment. It's why people who seem calm, detached, and joyful often attract what others are desperately working for. Not because they are more deserving, but because they are more aligned. They have stopped begging. They have stopped proving, they have stopped looking, and they have started being. You don't have to shout to be heard by the universe. You don't have to hustle to be worthy of your desire. You simply have to stop identifying with the one who lacks and start identifying with the one who has. That's the transformation. That's the moment of power, and it can happen now. Ask yourself, what would change if I knew, without a doubt, that what I desire is already mine? How would you think, move, and speak? Begin there, not someday, now. Just 1 minute of living in that answer, in that identity, with sincerity and focus, can change the course of your life, because you've stopped looking, and you've started becoming. Only 1 minute and everything you've wanted will find you. Topic 5. The 1 minute window of power. There is a moment, brief and golden, that appears before every transformation. It is not a day, a season, or even an hour. It is a minute, a single sacred window where your awareness aligns perfectly with your desire. And in that minute everything changes, not because of what is happening around you, but because of what is happening within you. This is the 1 minute window of power, and it is the most potent force in your life. You may think 1 minute is insignificant, but that is the mind's deception. The mind loves duration. It worships time, process, and evidence. But the spirit knows something deeper. Creation is instantaneous. Reality bends in the moment of decision. In the second, you claim something as true, not in the struggle that precedes it. The minute you fully accept the end, live in the state, feel it as real, and let go of the need for proof, you trigger the law of manifestation. The world teaches you to wait, to strive to earn. But truth shows you that 1 clear, conscious minute of assumption is more powerful than years of wishful thinking. It's not about length of time, it's about depth of presence. It's about the intensity and purity of your awareness in that single moment. In that minute, your consciousness detaches from the old story and steps fully into the new one, and once you do that, the outer world has no choice but to reflect the inner shift. This is the essence of all miracles. Miracles do not happen over time. They happen in the blink of a surrendered mind. They happen in the quiet conviction of, it is done. And when that conviction is sustained even for 1 minute, with feeling, with focus, with full emotional acceptance, your entire world must respond. It is not optional, it is law, but most miss this window. They think it's too small, too quick, too easy, so they distract themselves with rituals, repetitions, and routines, thinking that manifestation is a marathon. But it is not. Manifestation is a moment when your inner world becomes more real to you than the outer one, a moment when you stop reacting and start creating. You've felt it before, that spark, that shift, that second where you saw it so clearly, felt it so deeply, you knew it was done. Maybe it lasted only a minute before doubt crept back in, but for that minute you were free. That's the power we're talking about. And the more you learn to enter that minute at will, the faster your world changes. You don't need to live in that state for hours. You just need to touch it, purely, sincerely, completely. 1 minute of alignment carries more weight than days of worry. Why? Because during that minute, you're not just hoping, you're being. You are one with your desire. There is no separation. You don't want it. You are it. And when that unity occurs, the desire must materialize. Not because of magic, but because of design. Your reality is a mirror. When you shift internally, it shifts externally. That is the divine rhythm of life. You must understand this. The window is always available. It opens the moment you withdraw attention from what is and turn your attention to what you choose to be true. In that instant, the window appears. Your only job is to walk through it, to enter fully, emotionally, spiritually. To allow the feeling of fulfillment to become more dominant than your physical senses. And when you do, something ancient and divine awakens in you. You realize that you are not here to earn your desires. You are here to express them. This is why you must learn to protect that minute. The minute you feel the end, feel it real, feel it done. Don't argue with it. Don't let the facts of your current world talk you out of it. Don't dilute it with logic. Stay there, nourish it, let it grow. If doubt comes, return to the minute, revisit the state, relive the end, because the more you dwell in that minute, the more you expand its power. You might be thinking, but how can 1 minute do so much? The answer lies not in the clock, but in concentration. You are a creator, and your most sacred tool is focused consciousness. In that 1 minute, when your mind is undivided, your heart is engaged, and your feeling is real, you imprint the new reality into your subconscious, and once that seed is planted, the universe begins organizing everything around its inevitable blooming. Even nature confirms this. Seeds do not grow by effort, they grow by alignment, with light, with water, with the right conditions. So it is with you. 1 minute of spiritual alignment with your desire sets forces in motion that the logical mind cannot comprehend. You may not see results immediately, but trust the world is shifting. The people, the circumstances, the random events, they are all being rearranged to bring your desire to you. Do not underestimate the unseen. Do not look at the outer world and judge your progress. Go back within, return to that minute, feel it again, know it again, because the only thing that delays your manifestation is forgetting the truth. Forgetting the state, forgetting that the power has always been in you, not around you. You don't need a perfect past. You don't need years of training. You don't need anything more than what you already have, the ability to enter the moment fully. You can do it right now. Take 1 minute, shut your eyes, silence the world, step into the end, feel it, own it, be it, don't force it. Just let it rise, and when you feel the shift, however subtle, stay there. That is the minute of manifestation. That is the moment where you meet the divine. This is your invitation, not to do more, but to remember more. To remember that 1 minute of alignment with your truest self is worth more than a lifetime of chasing illusions. You have been gifted the present for a reason. Use it, inhabit it, sanctify it. Let today be the day you stop looking for proof and start living the promise. Let this be the minute you declare it is done, and not because you see it, but because you feel it. Because you know it, because you've chosen it. That's the power, that's the truth, and that's how everything you've wanted finds you. 1 minute, 1 decision, 1 state, that's all it takes for the whole world to change. Only 1 minute, and everything you've wanted will find you.